All right, folks, good evening. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome you to our Thursday evening Victory Nutrition International product and business overview presentation. It is Thursday, October 25th, 2018, and I am excited to be kicking off this presentation. We've got a great call, great event lined up for you this evening with a special guest speaker coming in from the beautiful Sunshine State of Florida. So we're very excited that you have carved out time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. And our purpose is very, very simple. We want to share some information with you about an amazing, we call it really right now a best kept secret. Even though we're 5 years old as a company, we're doing millions and millions of dollars in business all across the United States and Canada. But we are really the best kept secret in wellness. And we are growing very, very fast. In fact, 40% month-over-month growth in terms of new customer acquisition. We've got a lot of exciting things happening, and the purpose of tonight's presentation is to give you information. For those of you that are guests, this presentation is really for you. We want to give you insight as to who the company is, our products, the science, the scientific validation backing these products. And folks, I'll tell you, like nothing that's anywhere in the industry. And I know that's a bold statement, but we'll back that up here over the next few minutes together. We're also going to talk about our mission, and then we're going to let you know there's a very lucrative business model that's attached to this company and these products and this brand. If you're at a point in time in your life where the idea of creating some financial changes is of interest. And so, you know, whether it's a physical change that you might be interested in exploring, looking better, feeling better, having more energy, etc., you're going to have an interest in our products. If the economics of the business model is of interest, then we're going to have something for you there as well. And so with that, if you'll hold 1 second, I'm going to start my screen share, and we'll start the official presentation, if you will. All right. And then, as always, we have some of our top leaders, our top, what we call partners, brand partners in the world of Victory Nutrition International. Victory Nutrition International, by the way, is V&I. So if you hear me and our featured speaker tonight say Victory Nutrition or Victory Nutrition International or V&I, we're saying the same thing. We're talking about the company. So we've got many of our top leaders and emerging leaders that plug into this presentation live every Thursday. And it's oftentimes because they have guests that are learning about who we are, learning about our products, learning about our business. And it's also because they recognize the importance of leading by example. So I want to welcome our leaders and emerging leaders as well. So let's get underway. Folks, if you think about it, as consumers, you and I, we all have been spending more and more of our hard-earned dollars on wellness over the last 30 years. In fact, if you look at the numbers, just in nutritional supplementation, for example, it's grown from several billion a year to well over 30 billion a year, and growing exponentially. And just to put that in context, I just read an article yesterday that said Hollywood in the U.S., domestically in the U.S., not including our Canadian partners and neighbors, is going to be, looks like a record-breaking year this year. If you total all of the ticket sales, box office sales from every theater across the country this year, it looks like the industry is trending to do 12 billion in box office sales this year, which is a record. And wellness makes Hollywood look like a very small cottage industry, just to put that in perspective. So when you look at wellness, we're spending more and more dollars in several areas. Number one, supplements. We're recognizing, and we've been told that we're not getting the same nutrition that we used to get in the foods that we eat. So more and more people are spending money to supplement, to give their body the nutrition that it needs. If you look just at shelf space in retail, I remember, going back 15, 20 years ago, if you went into a grocery store or a drugstore pharmacy, you might find some vitamin C, but you're maybe in one little corner, but now it's rows and rows and rows of products. And that's, folks, that retail space is precious. So that's because we as consumers are buying more and more in supplements. Why? To feel better, to do better, to have more vitality. We're spending more on fitness to have more energy, more vitality. We're spending more on what we call anti-aging, outside in for aesthetics, and also inside out. It's not just about living longer. We as consumers are interested in living better, having more life, not just more years in our life, but more life in our years. And so again, we're spending billions and billions, and yet, as you see there right there on the slide, obesity and chronic illness is still on the rise. That doesn't make sense. If we're spending more and more, and our consumer spending goes up, then wouldn't you think chronic illness and obesity and some of the health challenges that we face as a society, they should be going down? But that's not what's happening. There are thousands of supplements on the market. How do we know what to choose? They all say they're the best. They all say they're backed by science. How do we know which ones to take? How do we know if we're wasting our hard-earned money? This is a question I love. Our founder and CEO, Mr. Bill Downs, asks this question. He says, what is the most expensive supplement on the market? And I'll never forget the first time he asked me that question. I'm scratching my head. I'm thinking, all right, I've been around wellness for a number of decades, so let me think let me think if I have the right answer. And the right answer is the most expensive nutritional supplement on the market is the one that doesn't work. And there are a number of reasons why. We're not saying all, but most supplements don't work, and that's because digestive impairment. The number one malady as a society, if you look at prescription drug sales, has to do with digestive challenges. Generic, low-quality ingredients. A lot of companies are moving products out there in the marketplace that really have cheap, ineffective ingredients that don't have any science. They don't have any proof of concept. Maybe they have good quality ingredients, but they don't have enough of the ingredient. A lot of companies will talk about the science of an ingredient, but if you actually do the research, the science, for example, might say that you need 100 milligrams a day of a particular ingredient to support the clinical studies of that one ingredient. Well, a lot of companies will claim that science, and they might have 20 or 30 milligrams or 10 milligrams. I'm aware of companies that have 5 to 10 milligrams of marketing ingredients in there to claim the science. And of course, there's no validity to that science. Ingredients that don't get absorbed in the bloodstream. That ties us back to the first point of digestive impairment. And here's what's exciting about VNI. We are a game changer in the wellness industry, and here's why. As I mentioned, we're right at 5 years old. We launched in January of 2014. We soft launched the fall of 13. So that's where I got the 5 years, and had our first customers come on board. Our founders, as you see there, are biochemists, formulators, and published researchers. Our founder and CEO, Mr. Bill Downs, has actually authored or co-authored 93 scientific papers, published peer-reviewed papers. Over 30 of those are in PubMed. Our products are high quality. Steve Kushner is an amazing, he's our head of research and development. He's an amazing biochemist and formulator with an extraordinary track record. We have all of our products, folks, are exclusive and proprietary. Bill Downs has been creating and formulating products for decades. He has, in the past, he created products and validated those products by being part of the science and research team for some of the leading category creation products in all of wellness. Products, categories like coral calcium and OPC grapeseed extract. He was a pioneer in those. The challenge is he saw companies that he worked with and worked for take his science, take his products, and water them down. And so VNI is his legacy event. He took the intellectual property that he created, that he and Steve created, and is not going to water down. We've got exclusive proprietary product formulas that you can't find anywhere else. The reality of wellness, folks, and I don't want to hit you with too much unnecessary data, but the reality is a lot of the companies you see, a lot of the products you see on the store shelves, if you reverse engineer and trace who makes them, they're made by the same contract manufacturers. And they change an ingredient here or there, but they're largely the same. The vast majority. Our products are exclusive, proprietary, the intellectual property we created and we own, first to market, premium ingredients, advanced absorption technology, which we're going to talk about, validated, published clinical studies on our finished products. We're going to talk more about that in a second too. And folks, we're talking scientific validation, as I mentioned earlier, that's never been seen anywhere. Write that website down, vniscience.com. vniscience.com. That's where we've got our published peer-reviewed clinicals on our finished products, not on the ingredients, but peer-reviewed published clinicals on our finished products. Amazing stuff. So one of the differentiators, you might say to yourself, hey, it's a crowded market. A lot of companies, as we mentioned, are promoting nutritional supplements and wellness products. They're largely saying some of the same stuff. Well, what separates us is the scientific credibility and the product validation. If you're looking at another product, for example, ask them to forward you the peer-reviewed published clinicals on the finished product. Our scientists and our scientific advisory board have over 170 years of research experience, over 600 published research papers in peer-reviewed scientific journals. Folks, we're not talking about a blog, with all due respect. We're talking about published, peer-reviewed scientific journals. We have over 40, now it's 42 published clinical studies with more coming, and 3 patents on our products. Unprecedented scientific validation. And folks, that's the game changer. Anyone who partners with us either as a customer or a brand partner from a business standpoint, you can be assured that our products and our ingredients and our science is absolutely the best of the best. And we've got scientific validation and clinicals that back that statement up. It's a bold statement. One of the common threads, if you will, of our intellectual property is what we call our proteasome technology. I'm not going to get into too many specifics here because I can't. It does get very complicated. But the bottom line is our clinicals show and our proteasome technology is an absorption technology, which means all of our products have the proteasome technology, which means 100% of the time they're absorbed in 100% of the people. That's a big deal. And I'm going to move forward on some of the technology. Many of the supplements, again, that are on the market that you and I have taken over the years are difficult to digest. They're not absorbed. They're not assimilated in the bloodstream. And that means we're not getting the results from them. Our proteasome technology is proprietary. It's exclusive. And it's the foundation for one of our taglines on our products that VNI's products, it's nutrition that gets in. It's because of that proteasome technology. Now, we've got 4 products: N-Sorb, which we're going to talk about; Dwight, which we're going to talk about; Brain Reward, which we're going to talk about. 30 clinical studies, over 30 now actually, just on Brain Reward by itself. And then we're going to talk about our Thion Extra. Okay, and just to reaffirm, all 4 of these products have our proprietary absorption technology, that proteasome technology. So let's talk about N-Sorb. N-Sorb is what we call a multi-enzyme complex. Now, folks, here's the key. You and I, as a society, modern society, we're not eating, by and large, enough, and in many cases, any raw foods anymore. We're eating packaged foods, processed foods, and what we're not getting, among many things in terms of nutrition, we're eating dead food. And so we're not getting the enzymes that our bodies were created to have. And our enzymes, our enzymes, when they're depleted, that impacts everything from metabolism to our immune system to everything else. N-Sorb is designed to replenish our enzyme reserve. It is it's not just digestive enzymes, folks. This is a very unique product. In fact, our founder and CEO, as of this live presentation Thursday night, he is in India at a big wellness symposium with healthcare practitioners and scientists and researchers from biochemists and PhDs from all over the world. And one of the 2 talks he's delivering is on the new clinical that's just been released on our N-Sorb. And we don't have that information. We'll have it next week when he's back from India. It's got to be presented there first. And the results of those clinicals exceeded expectations from our research and development team and our scientific advisory board. But it's a proprietary, exclusive protozoan enzyme complex. It's a combination of exclusively formulated, as you see there, enzymes, metabolic and digestive support. That's the key. No other protozoan enzyme product on the market. And folks, the safety and efficacy has been demonstrated in 2 clinicals. Boosts and strengthens metabolism and vitality, supports digestion of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, supports intestinal health and elimination, boosts immune competence and blood health. Those are some of the initial results from our first clinicals on this product. So it's a game changer. Folks, the results people are getting on this product, we don't make health claims. We don't have to, but we're talking everything from sleeping better and energy and just all kinds of, it's amazing what the human body can do when it's given proper nutrition. And for us, it's proper nutrition at a cellular level. Now, Protovite. Folks, Protovite, simply put, is the most complete liquid nutrition program available. It's over 95% botanicals. Said differently, the formula is over 95% food. And it's a simple protocol. In fact, by the way, I want to back up. The N-Sorb is very simple. Take 1 packet just like this. It comes in a box. Take 1 packet right before you go to bed. You hold it 30 seconds in your mouth. Rinse it around. It tastes great because that's the protozoan technology. It's absorbed under the tongue sublingually. And then you swallow. It's it. Protovite, same protocol. 1 ounce. You take it. Here's our Protovite moment. Very simple, convenient, easy for travel. We have a couple different delivery systems. And folks, the Protovite's amazing. Protovite's an amazing product. And it's simple, it's convenient, it's complete, and it's rapidly absorbed liquid nutrition, rapidly absorbed. Think about that. So back in 2002, the Journal of the American Medical Association said that everyone should take vitamin and mineral supplement. And again, our product has the vitamins and the minerals, but so much more. It's packed with high potency botanicals and just amazing. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. There's so much detail on our products. Look at what our Protovite does. Okay, our Protovite. I love what our founder and CEO told me a number of months ago. He said, Jeff, as a society, you and I, all of us, we've been feeding. This is the way he phrased it. I love it. He said, we've been feeding our Maserati brains and our Maserati bodies lawnmower fuel and wondering why they're not performing. And he said, so with Protovite and with the VNI products, we're now giving our Maserati brains and our Maserati bodies high performance fuel, nourishing the body at a cellular level. And again, this is a proprietary formula. You can't find it anywhere else. The exclusive protozoan, less than 5 minutes, the nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream, promotes cellular ability to effectively use oxygen and water to make energy, to maintain energy, to eliminate waste. That's metabolism. That's really the official, that's what metabolism really is. It's liquid blood food. We're not going to get into the definition of what that is or how we're calling that, but there's going to be a lot more communicated from the company in terms of what this product is. Peer-reviewed, published scientific research validates the finished products like we talked about, and just high retention. Folks, we've got thousands of customers all over the U.S. and Canada that have been taking Protovite for years. It's the first product. We launched the company with that product. Brain reward. Okay, 3 patents on brain reward. 1 in 4 Americans will experience a mental health disorder, whether that's stress, whether that's anxiety, whether it's some sort of challenge mentally. Now think about this. How many, I would ask, if we were all in the same room, I would ask the question, how many of you have ever felt stress? And I would lead by raising my own hand. How many of you have ever felt anxiety? How many of you have ever had kind of fogginess, mental fogginess on a busy day? How many of you had trouble concentrating? How many have had challenges with energy? Well, with our more than 30 clinical studies on brain reward, the product is second to none. Folks, it's brain food. It feeds the brain exactly what the brain needs. Supports dopamine sensitivity and function, helps regulate cravings, supports weight management, promotes energy and recovery, relieves stress, supports easier detox, supports improved decision making, supports focus, attention, concentration, mental cognition, and mental sharpness. I mean, folks, think about this. Who do you know that wouldn't be interested, as a grown-up or as a parent, in a brain formula that delivers that kind of impact? So that's our brain reward. And last but not least, folks, I call those first three products our big three. I was on the phone with a new partner, Diane, today from out in Arizona, and she used the language, the mighty three, which in a conversation, I like that as well. But we don't want to leave out our Thion Extra, folks. This is an anti-aging, immune boosting product. It is a tremendous product that protects the, we talk about antioxidant, DNA protection, structure and function of blood vessels. It's a super antioxidant product. And we've got literally customers all over the U.S. and Canada that have been taking this product for years. It's a super antioxidant immune booster, and that's our Thion Extra. It's a great product. It's a wonderful addition to supplement some of the other products that we've covered. Okay, so folks, with that, let me stop the screen share, and I'm going to introduce our featured speaker. So that's a little bit about the company, the mission, folks. Our mission. Let me say it a little bit differently. We are focused on helping people become beacons of health, hope, and abundance. You're going to see that throughout our marketing material, throughout our product material, and the reality is there are a lot of people that you and I know that are interested in feeling better and doing better physically. And that's what we just talked about with these amazing products. But also, there are a lot of people that you and I know, and maybe you yourself, that would like to do better financially. If they could find a product, a cause, a mission, a group of people that they could believe in, that they could learn from and be supported by, like VNI, that are mission driven. Folks, we're looking for missionaries, not mercenaries. That includes our customers, and that includes our brand partners that are sharing this mission of wellness around the U.S. and Canada and around the world as we move forward. And so there's a business model that's attached to this. And we're looking, we don't shy away from the reality that we're looking for brand ambassadors. We're looking for heart-driven servant leaders that believe in wellness, that want to engage with these products and take these products with us all around the world. And so with that, to walk us through that, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Dwight Halstead. Dwight is what we call a director with VNI, which simply means he's built an amazing business in a very short period of time all across the U.S. and Canada. And with that, it's my privilege to turn the presentation over to Mr. Dwight Halstead. Take it away, sir.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Hey, this is kind of interesting. This is a great business opportunity, and I always am honored when I get a chance to talk about the reason why we should be looking at VNI. The main reason is a lot of times people think about the money, but I'm just getting back from 2 weeks of vacation. And sometimes we tend to forget in this industry, it gives us a lot of flexibility and time to do a lot of things and visit with family and friends. And probably one of the main reasons why, because I've always thought about in the 40 plus years that I've been in this industry, I could never get a real job because it never gave me the real flexibility that this industry has always given me, because I've always been one who's done a lot of traveling and visiting family and friends, and you just can't gain that back. So I love the fact I have a chance to talk about the business opportunity here. Let me just bring up my screen. All right, sure. Hey, I got it there. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this business opportunity and the advantages of VNI. And, when we have a great product and we have a great company, and once you learn the people in this company and you learn about the leadership of this company, it becomes really, you can get really excited about something you have, because when you have a product you can share, then you definitely have something you definitely have the opportunity is just, it can be absolutely amazing for you. Now, let me just take a look here. All right. Talk about the 3 steps of building a business. This is a very simple business, and sometimes people want to make it more complicated than what it is, but there are 3 things that you need to do. First one is the obvious one, is you use the product. What you're going to find is you get on the products, and everybody's different, but as you get on each one of the products, you're going to develop your own story. And people are going to ask you, why I was gone for the last 2 weeks when I open up my little prototype moment, open it up, drink it, says, what is that? And I had a chance to kind of tell them what that was about, and I had the opportunity to share that information. With that, it gives them time to take a look at who we are, and I give them some information about looking at on the website and taking a look at things. So, you got to use the product and be the product of the product. But once you've done that, then it's on step 2, it's about sharing the product. And it doesn't really get any easier than this. When you share the product and people get a chance to try it, and then you share with them the information that's on websites that we have. You go to yvni.com, have people take a look at the videos and the stories where they can get an idea of what this is all about. And as they start to feel some of the benefits the products are offering, then why wouldn't they come on board? And as they get excited, they are going to share. And it's a snowball effect. As one person shares with the next person, you can start to see a business grow. And the third step is that when you have somebody who you've shared with and they stepped up and says, hey, I want to be part of this, then it's a matter of teaching them how to use the product and how to share with others and to use the tools that we have. Now, on Saturday, we have a complete training where you will be able to learn more about how to get your business started. And that's where we help you and your new team members learn what is working in this industry so they don't have to go out there and reinvent the wheel. Now, one of the things that I looked at when I look at any company is I want to make sure this way that we can make an income with this. And VNI, it's put together what I consider one of the most unique programs out there for helping you get started. You're not going to make $1 million overnight, but what they've done, and Bill, one of the things that Bill wanted, he wanted to have a company where people can come in and they can build a platform and they can grow steadily and build a solid foundation. So a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years, 4, is that it will have continuous growth. So one of the ways to do that is there's immediate income. When you come in and you decide you're going to go ahead and promote and you're going to go ahead and share the information, and when people go ahead and make that initial investment in their health and they make their initial investment to try the product and they are getting the benefits from that, you are immediately rewarded with a 30% of that first sale. This is what allows you to generate that extra $200 or $300 a week that can help you get started. And remember, most people do this on a part-time basis. You want to do this where you've got your 10, 15 hours a week. And this starts putting that extra $100 to $200 a week into your pocket once you learn how to share this product. And that's 30% of that. And that generates the weekly income. And I'm here to tell you, there are people in our group in their first week have made $200, $300, $400. There have been a few people who made even more. And there's some who've just made an extra $30, $40, $50. But that extra income goes a long way to do a lot of things. So the next step is as you are building and growing that income, you are starting to build a customer base. And as you start building new team members, they're building a customer base. And what happens is you're now generating a long-term residual income. And again, in this industry, it is absolutely amazing how you can go back. I can go on vacation for 2 weeks, and I can still go online, and I can see the people in my group, the new customers that are being added, and there's income that's going in. I can see income is being generated. So I'm away. There's income being generated. And where else can you go? You do the work once, and the income just keeps growing. So as you are taking care of your immediate income, the long term, as you start seeing your group growing, as you start seeing customers being added in, you're adding in, as you are helping other team members grow and they're bringing in their customer base and that is growing, this is where the long-term residual income, this is where you'll start seeing some solid income coming in. And it only really takes a few months. And as you get in, and we'll be going over this on our Saturday training, as we get into sharing with you how to get started, you will learn that in your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th month, in your first year, this could be huge, life-changing income can be generated from the residual income. But the immediate income is definitely something to look at. Now, there's a leadership development bonus on this. And this, for those of you guys out there who are serious about wanting to build, those of you who need to put some serious income into your pocket on a weekly basis and need a little bit more, just a little bit of part-time, The leadership bonus, if you get focused on growing and sharing, the leadership bonus is there to help fill in that difference. Because as you are sharing product and they're coming in, you're getting your immediate income from people, from the first-time orders. As you start growing and helping other people grow, remember, this is the key. If you're helping other people develop, then there's bonuses that are paid at different levels. So as you get back and you look at the comp plan and get back to whoever brought you to this call and ask them to look at it or get a hold of us and we can share with you exactly step by step. Or better yet, come on to Saturday's training because we'll be talking more about this leadership bonus. But this is what can really make a big difference. When you put all three of these together, here you can come in on a part-time basis and build slowly and on a step-by-step basis start to develop into a very solid income that within your 6 months to a year or 2 years can create a type of income that you literally can have the time freedom and the comfort you might be looking for. So just take a look at that and get back. Now, there are many benefits to being partners with VNI. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and we get noticed all the time. But just take a look at a few of the things why marketing is different here. Understand something. You cannot go down to the 7-Eleven and buy Prodivide. You cannot go down to your local store, health food store, and get Brain Reward. It's just not there. This is unique, proprietary product. There's not anything even close to it. So if you've done your homework and you've looked at the science and you've gone back to the yvni.com and you've watched some of those videos, you will see why these products are so good. And if you get on the products, you can see what the benefits are to yourself. No startup fees. A lot of companies, you have to pay a yearly fee, and every year you got to pay some type of fee to stay in. You got to pay for marketing tools and all kinds of things. With VNI, you can come in and become a distributor at there's no fees involved to do it. And you don't need to stock any inventory. You don't need to maintain any inventory or anything. See, the company does all that for you. Your job is real simple. Is share the product, let people try the product, and then share with them how they can go place an order on your website that the company provides for you at no cost. And they go ahead and place their order accordingly. You can work from wherever you want, at home and on the road. And this is a case in point. I was in Seattle. I live down here in Florida, and in Seattle, I can still kind of keep tabs and see what's going on in my business. And so we can vacation, take time, but it doesn't make any difference where you are. One of the things I've always loved about this industry and working this way, if I have my computer and a laptop, I'm in business. And that you will see as you get to meeting people, you don't need to be going out to meetings places or have huge events taking place. You can do everything from the comfort of your own home by sharing products with people you know and using some of the basic tools that we have that help you move forward with. So the next thing that you look at on why partner with VI is the unilevel plan. Now that's where the long-term income is. Again, when I talk about the compensation plan, there is a potential here for you to develop and get to an income level with this company that you're comfortable with. Some people only need to make a few $100s. That's great. Some people need to make maybe a few $100s to be able to cover the cost of their products for their family and friends, and they have a few $100s left over. Some people want to be a little more serious. They want to have that nice steady $400 or $500 or $600 a month coming in. And for a lot of people, that extra $500 or $600 on doing something on a part-time basis, where they're putting in 3 or 4 hours a week, sharing a great product and getting some money coming in on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, and that extra $300, $400, just think in your own life, you got an extra $300, $400, how much value that can add to you. And the companies there's also one other thing I think, there's various pools, again, as you get into learning more about our comp plan, there are various pools you can get into as you start advancing in rank that will allow you to get a percentage of the company profits as it's going along. See, this business, this VNI business, we have the products, but we also have something that I think is even more unique. And as you meet Jeff and you meet Bill and you meet the other leaders that we have in this company, you're not going to see this a lot. We have people here who really are concerned first for your benefit and helping you get what you want. Because the philosophy here is if you help other people get what you want, you're going to be able to you're going to help other people get what they want, you're going to help you get what you want. So stick with VNI. When you bring people in, build, and the financial rewards can be of legacy quality. So what is your next steps here? It's real simple. First step, at this point, I know some of you, this may be your first introduction to D&I, but some of you have already had a chance to take a look at this. This is finally gives you a chance to meet some of the team members and some of the people here. Go ahead and get your product in. Start getting the benefits of the product itself. Maybe you're here for the first time. Maybe this is the first time you're on the call and you need some more information. Get back to your sponsor. Get back and reach out to them and get the information you need. If you are looking, and we're in a society today, and there's all kinds of major things going on with health, and we're in the health industry, and we have a product that helps the body rebuild. That gives the nutrition it needs. So to get that information, learn what it's all about, find out what those case studies are, and also get a hold and find out what the income, what the income opportunities really here are for you, if that's what you want. And once you've decided you're seeing things here, then make sure to take a look. We have some business packages there you can get started with, but also, get started with one of these business packages. I'll go over these in just a few minutes, and then plug into the calls and training that we have. And every Saturday, there's a call and training that's helped to give you the basics and to give you additional things you need. And then during the month, there's 2 or 3 other calls that go along that line. Not only to mention some of the team calls that are taking place by individual team members as well. Great opportunity. So here are 3 different packages. You're ready to get started. Here are 3 different ways to go. We have a basic package here, and it has the products you need to try for yourself, the 3 basic products, and it has some samples you can hand out and a couple of little brochures you can hand out with this. It's a great way to get started, and it saves you $131. It's $262 to get you started, and it gives you the product you have and a few free samples to give up. Remember, it's all about sharing. We have a promoter's pack. Now, if you have a little bit of experience, you have some people and you have a group of individuals, this promoter pack is a great package to get in it. Again, you're saving $183 on product. But here you got all the product you need, but you also have brochures, and you also have product that you can share and hand out. And if you are serious, you want to take and earn that weekly income, and you want to build and learn how to move up at the different rank levels, you've got to have product in hand in order to share and promote. So this is a great package to start with. And then we have what we call the share and grow package. Now, by far, this is the best plan to get on. And this is really, for those of you that are really serious, you're serious about your health, you are serious about helping other people about their health, and you are serious about wanting to make this a solid opportunity for you, then this package has everything you need to get started. It's got products that you can use. It has products that you can promote right off the bat and sell directly. You also have products you can share and sample with, and you have brochures to go with it. It's over $867 worth of value here, and it's $574, so you're saving $294. But here's a key thing. By doing this, you immediately become an executive manager, and as you learn about the comp plan, you're going to see that's going to offer you a few extra financial rewards, and that alone can help with that extra few $100, that you are looking for each week into your pocket, and give you the fastest start to get started. And it's the best way in the long run to get going. And most people who do this, I have seen generate enough income, more than enough to cover this. And if you can share a product and hand it out and put it in people's hands, and get 2 or 3 people to come in with you and do exactly the same thing, you've actually come into this business for nothing. You've gotten product, and you've gotten off to a great start. So here's what I'm saying. Here's the thing to take a look at. Now's the time to join us. It's time to make a difference, and reach out. We're all about helping other individuals. Most of us are on a mission, and most of us are on a mission to make people aware of their health. Most of us are on a mission to tell people there is a way you can generate some extra income to help your family and to get that financial freedom you're looking at. So, we're telling you, reach out to individuals, become the beacon of health, hope, and abundance. And I can tell you, I've been with the company for a little over almost 6, 7 months now. I've followed step by step. This is my testimonial with the company, and I've gone from a small and grown up, and I've seen my checks grow. I've seen my volume grow, and I've seen stability. And it's given me a lot of extra time and to do what I need to do, and have the extra time and freedom of things that I like. And I can't even think about going. I wouldn't even begin to think about what it'd be like to have a real job when this is just so much fun because I'm meeting great people, and I'd be able to reach out and help a lot of individuals with this opportunity. So with that, Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and turn it right back over to you.
Super. Thank you so much, Dwight. Awesome job as always. I appreciate your continued leadership, and you're leading by example, and you've assembled and are building an amazing team that are spreading this mission all across the U.S. and Canada. So thank you so much. So folks, as we wrap up, just to reaffirm a couple of things that Dwight said in closing, if you're at a point of wanting to kind of put your toe in the water and sample the product, then that's perfect. That's what we want you to do. Get started with some product, get back to the person that invited you. We encourage you, and Dwight and I know this from experience, so does the leadership team, the individual that invited you to this presentation. Give it 90, I always recommend 120 days. So whatever products you engage with, give it 120 days. Take it every day. Give your body a chance to acclimate and see how you feel. See how you do. Most of us, and I'll speak first person, I know I have not eaten the best for decades. Now, sometimes I do eat well, and sometimes I don't. And but I take the big three. I take them every day, folks. I take Protivite and Brain Reward first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And then I take my N-Sorb, as I shared, right before I go to bed, and I've never felt better. And so I just encourage you to engage with the products. If you need more information, of course, get back to the person that invited you. They can walk you through any questions that you have. We've got video support. We've got tools. We do trainings, as Dwight shared. We also, for those that want to build a business, those 3 builder packs are one-time purchases, just so you know. Those are one-time purchases, so you've got product to use and product to share to get off to a good start. In fact, you literally can't even order them more than once. So it's a one-time order just to jumpstart your business, and then you take whatever product you want for yourself and your family as you're moving that business forward. And we got a marketing website. We've got a system that's designed to set you up for success and give you a track to run on. You've got a support team. We call them your upline success coaches. That includes the individual that's shared VNI with you and invited you to this presentation. They have a vested interest in helping you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve with the products as a customer or with the business as a partner. And so there's a team of people around you that are going to help you engage with these products and or engage with the products and the business based on your interest level. And we're just excited. So we want to roll out the red carpet, have you engage with the brand in any way that you choose. And I do want to share in closing, it's the end of the month, so we are not doing a quick start call this Saturday. There'll be an email and a text that goes out to the community. We've got some people that are doing some events over the weekend to close out the month strong. There's going to be a communication that goes out, and we want to encourage you. There is an archive of recorded quick start trainings in your back office. And Dwight's done some amazing trainings. We want to encourage you, especially if you're brand new, but to go back and carve out 45 minutes to an hour sometime between now and through the weekend on your own time. And listen to some of these calls. We did an amazing quick start last week. Gina Bender, Gina and Ed are our top income runners, envoy leaders in the world of VNI. And Gina did an amazing training on how to leverage the tools. And by the way, something I just learned from our marketing department this week, every single video that's at yvni.com is embedded into the content at our vni.life sites. So if you're brand new, that might not mean anything if you're a guest, but for our leaders, folks, the tools are getting better and better. And so those quick start calls will give you a perspective on how to get off to a fast start and get through that learning curve quickly. So on behalf of Mr. Dwight Halstead and the entire VNI family, thanks for joining us. Get back to the person that invited you to learn about VNI. Take the next step that's good for you. We just are excited that you're going to be joining the family at whatever capacity you choose. And we just hope you have a great evening. Thanks so much. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.